GM, we're live. We're waiting for two. We're waiting for two in a big board. Oh my god. I'm not in my setup. And my mic is falling down. This is a disaster. Good morning, everyone. As I try to tighten this thing so it doesn't fall midstream. Still waiting for two. Oh, good. Emo Cowboy's here. Howdy. Emo Cowboy, part of the Toxic Tower, where the production values are through the roof. They've got intro videos. They've got clips. They've got good content. But you know what? We're doing our best over here. But appreciate you so much, Emo Cowboy. It is. The ball mic needed to be tightened. It was getting a little too loose. Steven Jam Chad, I did a 0 RB yesterday, and it did not look good, but I think I made bad choices. Chuba Algier, Tracy, White, Sharps, Emmanuel Wilson, Chris Brooks, Katron Allen. I think you did fine. I mean, 0 RB it's probably going to need one of those kind of contingency backs to come through. Yeah, I feel like that's not too terrible. I mean, who knows? Chuba and Algier really could come through for you. So I think you probably did fine. 0 RB is never going to feel comfortable. It's never going to feel comfortable. And if the Seahawks don't add anybody, having Sharps and Emmanuel Wilson is like what 0 RB dreams are made of. You know, you're going to need to get lucky. You're going to need to thread a needle or two. So I don't mind that. It's not your favorite build, but we'll do more as summer goes on. Yeah, 100%. It's just it's not comfy, and that's why most people aren't doing it. But I think you got to mix those builds in. Joel says, GM to you, Joel. I hope you're having a good one. I don't think I see you in this room, but what do we got? We got Al Boogie. We know he's a good high volume player. He gets rewarded with the 1. We got Blueless at the 2. We've got myself at the 4. Mr. Crutches at the 9. And I don't think I recognize anyone else, but if you are in here, let me know. Gunnar Ross is audio listening. Well, Gunnar Ross, appreciate you and all the audio listeners. I tend to be an audio listener on most streams, so I hear that. So I try my best to let the audio listeners know what's going on. But appreciate you so much, Gunnar Ross. We're starting off the day. We've got the Texas Houston Open started. So, you know, we will see. We will see. Our one and done. I think I might have been the only one in the Mayo one and done to pick Haotong. I can't see for sure, but it's 0.1% ownership, and I used him twice. So could be. So we just need Haotong Li to overcome kind of a bad tee time because he's teeing off late in the afternoon. There might be a very small AM/PM advantage, but see, the excuse machine's already in overdrive. All right, Puka Nacua. We're not going to be afraid of him biting folks. That story continues to get weirder, but I'll let you all Twitter search that on your own time. But apparently the bitee did not leave immediately upon getting bitten, and there was some video of this individual so anyway, I'm not too worried about Puka. I will say that. Hey, William M, GM to you. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Appreciate you so much. Joel suffering from dinger drafting withdrawal. Yeah, I said I was going to wear some Orioles stuff, and I forgot, and I'm wearing a Arizona Cardinals jersey. So missed opportunity. But yes, opening day, always, I mean, I guess they played last night, but I feel like today's probably recognized as opening day for most baseball streets. So good luck to all those who are drafting dingers. Hopefully you guys have a sweat in October. Big GM from Crutches. Appreciate you, Crutches. That is true. But you know what? We've got to live our truth. And the omens favored Haotong Li this week. I had to stick with it. Minwoo Lee in the afternoon. I looked at Win last night. Yeah, I'm not worried. It's one of those where it's not like okay, between mile-an-hour wins is nothing. But so I'm not worried myself. But you know, Kevin Roth is out there. Saying there might be a slight advantage. So we're probably good. Good morning, Blueless. Appreciate you. See you in the 2 hole. Just Blueless always getting the good draft spots in these drafts, but appreciate you, Blueless. Skeletor, GM Candle Warriors. I like that. We got the Wax Pack. We got Candle Nation. Now we got the Candle Warriors. If you'd like your own candle, though, consider joining. I also learned Apple, and this is, mini soapbox. Apple charges more if you join a channel on YouTube than if you just do it on your desktop, which is really terrible, because that money does not go to the content creator. That just is like Apple pocketing that money, and it's like you're literally taking money from people like trying to grind out content creation. It's pretty awful that there's like a surcharge if you join on your phone. So that's just a mini rant there. Candlelights, yeah, like a biblical, like the Hittites or the Canaanites, the Candlelights. I love it, Emo Cowboy. I appreciate you so much. Again, glad you're not leaving the Toxic Tower. There was a WWE style, feud that it was resolved amicably. So we're all glad to see the Toxic Tower will continue with all 3 of its members. All right, we got Puka. We talked a little about Zero RB. Let's trust the machine. Let's take Drake London, see what happens. So we go Puka, London. I mean, I'm honestly probably going to take a running back at pick 28, but you never know. You never know. Hey, Alex, finally up early enough. Well, appreciate you, Alex. I hope you're up early for a good reason. Not that you couldn't sleep or there was construction, but appreciate you, Alex. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. We also, people watch on replay. Appreciate all of you, because I know this stream is very early, especially for the West Coast. Emo saying Apple surcharge monopoly wealth machine. It's a good, yeah, exactly. I'm sure that money's going to trickle down my way any minute now. Perfectly Cromulate. Hey, GM to you, Perfectly Cromulate. Appreciate you so much. Crutches knowing Juwan Johnson. Uh-oh, did I miss something? Did I miss? I feel like I probably pronounced the name wrong, or there was some news, but I don't know what I missed there. Emo, not gonna lie, I was thinking of leaving, but the people need you. The people need you, but we all knew you'd rise to the occasion. Oh my gosh, the machine wants Chris Olave. All right, guys. We'll do it. Zero RB. Oh, I spelled it wrong on the banner. No. All right, I can fix that. I type all that myself because I'm not good enough at this is like such a good AI task, and I like retyped everything or copied and pasted. All right, let me see. We can fix that. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Juwan Johnson. There we go. All right. Roll the ticker again. There we go. We're back. We're back. Speaking of Johnsons, not you, Emo Cowboy. Emmett Johnson, allegedly, depending on who you ask, he either ran a 4.53, which was better than his 4.56 at the combine, or somewhere in the 4.46 range. I don't know who to believe. Twitter is kind of conflicting, but either way, it seems like Emmett Johnson might have had a decent pro day, So who knows? Maybe our Emmett Johnson bags are a little more live, but I really don't know how fast he ran. A 4.46 plus 0.05. Okay, so there we go. But anyway, it seems like he ran faster than the combine where he was a snail. His interview is pretty funny. He is not a man who lacks confidence. So I like that. Terrence asking, is there a good biblical ite? Probably not. I mean, I guess the Israelites generally were written by the Israelites, so I think they're generally portrayed as the good ones in the Bible. So I suppose I'd go with them. Otherwise, yeah, generally not seen as the protagonists in the stories. Juwan Chusin. I probably shouldn't have read that. Fantasy Football in Espanol. GM to you. Appreciate you so much. Hope you're having a great morning. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. Hopefully not in any kind of traffic today. 4.46 plus 5, so it tracks. Okay, someone said add 0.05 for pro day. Yeah. it seems like they at pro days will run the 39-yard dash pretty frequently to put air in the tires of their players. But we'll hope that he actually was swift of foot. Al Boogie's dealing with normal underdog app issues. Evergreen statement, Mr. Al Boogie. But appreciate you in here. Hope your one whole team is chugging along. Let's see what Sports Connection does. Sorry, I haven't had the board up. I'll pull that up. Been distracted by the chat. He takes Devonta Smith. I'm gonna IKB the machine and take Loveland. It doesn't really like Loveland, but I do. So we'll continue 0RBing. So for the audio listeners, we went Puka, London, Olave, and Loveland. So we're kind of swimming upstream, but we'll see if we can land this plane here. Like all these guys, just we're going to be behind at running back. Jasperucci, GM squared, my brother, thy candles fully. Hey, appreciate you, Jasperucci. I hope you're having a great morning. Thanks for coming in, hanging out today. It means a lot. Thank you, sir. Quid pro quo. Morning, young lad. Thanks for kicking off my mornings with the week-long DJ gambling binge, drinking and drafting Mark Madness. Day 2 of hangover is worse than yesterday. Oh my God. Yeah, the multi-day hangover is a absolute nightmare. But I hope you're feeling better soon. But certainly, March Madness. Best of luck to everyone whose brackets are live to do anything. I think I'm too chalky of a Final Four to make any noise. And I wasn't good enough with the early picks. Like I somehow went like 0 for 4 on the 8 versus 9 picks. Just little things matter when you have a very chalky finale. All right, the machine wants Judkins. Scatabo's there too. I'm debating actually just taking David Montgomery of all these guys, but I'll take Judkins. We'll listen to the machine. Again, definitely have some concerns with Cleveland, sort of a systemic risk there. Thought about taking Swift and just doubling up on the Bears and then maybe taking, seeing if Caleb was there at 69, but we'll take Judkins here. That's fine. Dirt Bike Luke, possibly too late this morning. I don't know if there's such a thing, but we're going to try to find out today. Appreciate you, Dirt Bike Luke. Hope you're having a great day. Big day, says Crutches. Let's get Nebraska and Illinois a win. Need all of the leverage. I think I'm good with that myself. Being that my survivor pick involves the U of A and Iowa State. I'm over on the right side of the bracket today, kind of letting the chips fall as they may on the left side. Quid Pro needs some serious help today. Chasing losses, need to sun run the best ball slate to get right. Well, I will say this in all seriousness: don't chase losses. Don't size up. That is how things can get away from you. So let's, don't do that. It will come to you. You will, hopefully be okay. But yeah, we don't. Anytime you're pressing, it's you got to wait for those setups that make sense for you. But yeah, we always need our best ball to sun run. But I don't know about this 0RB with Judkins. I don't know if we're sun running with that. Yeah, for Survivor. I figured that was your Survivor. Nebraska. Hold on. Who are they playing? NCAA. Oh, Nebraska plays Iowa. Okay. I think a lot of people probably used Nebraska because I know I did in that. Were they the team that played High Point? I don't know. I definitely used Nebraska previously, so I don't have them available. Wait, no, I didn't. Why would I have used Nebraska? Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I have Nebraska available. I'm all confused. All right. Anyway, we got to lock in here because we are coming up. Is Scatamo still not drafted? No, he just went. My other monitor was blocking the 12 hole, so I didn't see that. Okay. All right, so we probably wouldn't have gotten Caleb anyway because the Burden Odunze drafter took him. So at least looking into that version of reality wouldn't have happened. Gosh, the machine wants RJ Harvey. I really don't like RJ Harvey that much. Burrow, Hurts, Drake May. I think of these guys, I'd rather have Hurts than the unstacked Burrow. I don't really want RJ Harvey. Apologies, because DM, I know DM is the AJ Brown drafter, but I guess they have Jamar Chase, so they can console themselves with Joe Burrow. So we'll take an unstacked Hurts. I think he's slightly too. Wow, and they don't take either. They take Drake May to pair with Travion. Interesting stuff there. Crutches is going for the mega leverage Nebraska over Illinois next round. Oh, yeah. I guess if you're gonna do that, I think that's a sharp, like, I think that's super sharp for Survivor, because you can just that'll be such a wipeout pick. So, your Vegas odds in that individual game versus what you gain by that going right. I like the percent of people picking that is going to be so low compared to the actual like Vegas odds in that game. I think that makes a lot of sense. I would have taken Scat with Tootin there. Gotcha. But you took Daniels. I'm confused because Scat. Oh no, Scat went before. Sorry, I thought the board was swinging the other way. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Scat was never coming back to me. Jalen Warren, Chuba Hubbard, Ramondre. I'll take Chuba Hubbard here over Warren. I do have some concern that we have them wrong between Warren and Dowdle. I do have some concern that Dowdle is more likely to outscore him, especially in half PPR. But yet we're drafting him the opposite way. I don't think I fully agree with the market. I don't want no Tyler Warren, but I don't like the way that they've priced that. So for the audio listeners, we got Hurts, Judkins, and Chuba, Puka Nacua, Drake London, Chris Olave, and Colston Loveland going on here. Let's check in on friends and family. Al Boogie. So he did anchor running back with Bijan and Chase Brown, and then Pickens, Devontae, Terry McLaurin, Parker Washington, and Dak to pair with Pickens, Blueless. Yeah, he started with 3 running backs: Gibbs, Henry, and Jacobs. Adds Waddle, Mike Evans, RJ Harvey. Big fall on RJ Harvey there. He scoops that up, and DK Metcalf. Crutches over here at the 9. Amon-Ra, Omari and Hampton, T. Higgins, Breece Hall, Tootin, and then Jaden Daniels, Ramondre. I think that's a little discount on Ramondre, so nice start there. Al Boogie, DM getting greedy with 2 top QBs and no running back. Let's see. Did he end up getting... Yeah, so he got Burrow coming all the way back. It's hard for me to fault him. That's, that's a nice fall there, getting Burrow at pick 75, especially when you have Jamar Chase. I think I would have done the same and then just prayed I can stick the landing at running back. I think I would have tried to get greedy there too. Jasperucci says Najee visiting the Seahawks makes that 20th round pick a little less gross. Yeah, if he signs with the Seahawks, we're taking him round 14? I don't know. Game Tight GM Mr. Candle, smash the like. Hey, thanks, Game Tight. I agree. Smash the like. Drop a sub. These things are completely free, but they help me a lot, so thank you. Yeah, Arlock, 0 RB build. You don't see this. You don't see these every day from myself, but I think it makes. I think it made sense on this team. Really going to need the sidekicks' help here. Okay, I was going to say it wants Blake Corum. I tend to agree about Tony Pollard here. Running back has gone off a cliff, so let's grab him. And again, we're gonna have a little prayer circle that they're not the Jeremiah Love team. Al Boogie holding boys down real bad. If Najee signs, oh yeah, the Holani boys, yeah, they're in big trouble. They're in big trouble. Quid pro quo, running backs on the right side of the board and wide receivers on the left. I've been trying to do inverse last few to mix it up. My new attempt to get different. Yeah, I agree. I do feel like if you do enough of these, you notice your teams you build on the left tend to be a similar structure, and the ones on the right tend to be one. So I think that makes sense. Trying to change that. G for Gumby. Opening day MLB, and we're drafting NFL best. Well, the digger's full. The digger's locked. I mean, G for Gumby. But yeah, appreciate you. Hope your MLB pursuits went well. I did not get any MLB streets, but I'm sure I'll watch some baseball today. No. I figured I figured Holani is what you meant there. Primetime KG up a whole $10 on baseball season after yesterday already. Oh my gosh. You love to see it, Primetime KG. Romeo Dobbs goes. That's actually who I was going to take there. I'm gonna keep. No, I have a lot of Kyle Pitts, but I'm gonna take Wandale because I do have Pollard. So let's make a little Titans bet. Maybe set up a late Cam Ward. And now for the first nose blow of the day. All right, we're back. J.K. Dobbins there. He goes pick 101. A guy I don't think I have quite enough of, but I should be getting more, especially if I'm out on Harvey. I've realized I'm lower than Dobbins than I want to be. Al Boogie, he added Stafford to his team. I think I would have taken Stafford at pick 100 had he been there to pair with Puka, but maybe that saved me from getting too deep at quarterback when I have other needs. Having taken some early detours and being light on running back, I took Loveland and Hurts. We got a tight end and quarterback in our first 6 picks. If you look at the board, not a lot of teams take that many detours from the running back wide receiver. So you can end up feeling like you're kind of behind on those when you do that. Crutches is risking it for the Goff double. Let's see. Where is the JMO drafter? He's over here. All these guys have 1 quarterback. Maverick has 3, including now Kyler. It makes sense, I guess. I mean, because he does have Jefferson. He's got Lamar and Flowers and T-Law and Jacoby Myers. So I can't get too bad. I mean, 3 quarterbacks through 9 rounds is really aggressive. But at least it's 3 stacks and 3 pretty decent stacks. I mean, maybe Jacoby and T-Law is not the, Jacoby might not be the guy you want there, but 3 stacked quarterbacks there. Let's see. Does Goff make it? I don't know. He's 7 picks past ADP. People might just need the value. Oh, Baker. So it does. If he wants it, he's got it. He gets the Goff double. Oh my God. Now we're fighting for the last two spots to advance in this room after that hits. So glad to see things finally go Crutch's way in one of these stream drafts. All right, but what do we need? We got to lock in here. Running back is still just so freaking gross. I would like Tyler Shuck because I do have Olave. That would be kind of nice. If Shuck goes, I think I just take Josh Downs. We'll see what he takes. Higgins. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Tyler Shuck here, and I will get my my kind of nice little stack going. And now I feel like if I have to push quarterback really late, I can, or we can see maybe again we can try to line up Cam Ward. Thought about taking Coker because I do have Chuba, and then that would also set up a late Bryce Young team bet. But that's ultimately not the way I ended up doing it. All right, let's see. Golf update. Marco Penge, everyone's favorite, is 1 under through 2, but it's very early in the tournament there. Ricky Fowler has teed off, and he did not make his 40-foot birdie putt on his first hole. So there we go. Kincaid and Kittle go back-to-back there. Let's see what the sidekick is telling us. I assume it's still... it's funny. It flipped Concepcion over Downs there. Kind of interesting. Looking at running backs. Yikes. Where are we picking next? At 141. Okay. I'm surprised it doesn't want one of these running backs with how thin running backs get. Krosky Merritt goes. Concepcion gets taken there. Khalil Shakir is fine. The third quarterback isn't the worst idea. I'll IKB it. I'll take Big Mike Washington. Let's take him. He just tested so darn well that I think we need to catch up at running back. I don't really trust Judkins and Chuba necessarily as kind of the be-all, end-all here. So we'll take another back in it. Hey, Bukowski, GM brother. GM to you, Bukowski. I hope you're having a great day. Appreciate you so much. Indeed, time to anti-sweat Goddard up. We definitely we're very aligned this week. I feel like we're rooting for kind of the same thing. When does he tee off? He just teed off, and he hit it into the rough, which means absolutely nothing here, because the rough is not very long, and you can control the ball out of the rough here. So we will see. We will see how this year plays. That said, I do think this tournament could play a little differently than last year because it did not rain quite as much leading up to it. So who knows? Maybe a little more, maybe some of the more accurate approach players can have some success here, but it might just be all bombers again. All right, crutches. Since adding Goff, he adds Juwan Jennings. Blueless added Kincaid and Downs. Al Boogie added Kittle and Krosky Merritt. And again, if anyone else is in here, please let me know, because I don't want to ignore your team. Jonah Coleman still out there. A few decent quarterback options on the board. Let me see the guys to my left. They all have 2 quarterbacks. So we'll see. People are very 3 QB pilled. So if there's someone I want, it might be tough to push them around the corner anyway. This Sports Connection drafter has 0 quarterbacks. You got to think at pick 140, they're taking one of Stroud or Ward, I would guess. Just thinking it through. This DM here, he did take Coker, so he might not take Ward if I try to push Ward. This drafter, Al Boogie, doesn't have any obvious late stacks, so we'll see. We will see. Dallas Goedert would not be a bad click with Jalen Hurts. I could at least get some semblance of a stack. C-Rod is who I would have pushed QB for. So I'm not, with that gone, I think I do like this Tennessee bet, and I'm just going to take Cam Ward here and finish up my QB room with Hurts, Shuck, and Ward. A bunch of tight ends here if I end up needing that. Interesting, even with Loveland. I guess the sidekick is just not that high on Loveland. There goes Fergie. Oops. Jess Brucci notes the debate on chip chasing about Mike Washington was interesting. Corain and Jacobs seem out, but I kind of side with Davis if he goes to Seattle in the second. The opportunity versus value is worth it. Yeah, I think I'm there too. I think I'm more on the Davis side of that argument, where I think there are still some pretty good landing spots open, and if he gets something like that, man, he's going to be such a smash. It'll be similar. Like, he could end up even better than Tootin last year, who went from, it was a similar story where he was in the 200s, then he got steamed up after the combine, and then got a good but not incredible landing spot. All right, Dallas Goedert goes. That's a little unlucky. Wow, the sidekick wants a 4th quarterback here. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take Juwan Johnson, but we'll make sure we spell his name correctly here, because we do now. We've got a Saints double here with Juwan Johnson and Chris Olave. So not too bad, not too bad. But yeah, I think in the right spot, we could see Mike Washington get pretty expensive in the big board. I'd love to see Jonah Coleman or Washington. I'd love to see Jonah Coleman to Washington or Denver personally. I think that's what you mean. I haven't been taking much Jonah Coleman, mostly because I was afraid. I'm like really afraid that he's slow. And I say that as someone who has like way too much Emmett Johnson, who we know is not that fast. But yeah, again, I am excited for the big board because it is a time to like reset your exposures and whatnot. Like I don't view this as a hedge of the big board or vice versa. It's like a chance to reset your priors. And if Jonah Coleman gets a great opportunity, I'm sure I'll take a lot of him. Primetime KG, more from a football. Okay. Yeah. I know. It is funny when you have these like real life takes. It's like, yeah, I guess I still care about that as a fan. It's being that I'm like so much more in the fantasy football weeds. Like something happens with the Dolphins, and I think of it from like a fantasy perspective so much quicker than like as a fan of the team. GM from the driving range, says Jake Binniger. Oh my gosh, just living the dream out there, Jake. I hope you're having a good one. I'm glad it's finally warm enough out there to be hitting the range, but enjoy that. Enjoy that. I would love to be out on the driving range sooner than later. But we will see. Saudi Unicorns takes James Conner. I guess that's Sad Unicorns. I don't know why I said Saudi. I saw the U. It's kind of confusing. So Sad Unicorns, not Saudi Unicorns. Jasperucci, the example Davis used of JCM tracked guy could be out of the league this year, but if you got him in the 16th, he was for sure a worthy click. Yeah, I agree. I agree there. Yeah, like we weren't taking JCM in the big board. And some people were, but he was never more than a 20th round like dart guy. Sports Connection takes Woody Marks. I mean, you all know this is Emmett Johnson's season. We will get back on that. I'm gonna buy the pro day hype and take our friend Emmett Johnson here. Primetime KG. I just think of rookies as more of long-term kinds of plays. They're a lot tougher to play out in their price, in my opinion. Yeah, but I think it's a mistake to be totally out on the rookies. I mean, I think I think it was Davis's show last time just literally said like Sam Sherman doesn't win $2 million without Luther Burden. Like that was who you needed week 17, even though Luther Burden was not great all year leading up to that. You do, I think you also use the example of Corain. Corain was it Tyquan Thornton on his team? He doesn't win without that guy. Like I agree in the sense that sometimes we get too excited about rookies and we see what we want to see in them, but there are definitely instances where the rookie is who you need to win. I'll take Calvin Ridley. So now we're up to a Titans triple stack here. For the audio listeners, we've got Hurts, Shuck, and Ward. Judkins, Hubbard, Tony Pollard, Mike Washington, Emmett Johnson. Wide receiver room of Puka, Drake London, Chris Olave, Wandale, and Ridley, and then tight ends of Loveland and Juwan Johnson. I kind of like this team. I think this is kind of fun. Our wide receiver trio here of Puka, London, Olave feels good. Our later running backs are kind of exciting, I'd say. I get excited about Mike Washington and Emmett Johnson, but maybe that's bad. IRL is so 2020. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we just stay home. Just don't go. Don't worry. Just watch football on a spreadsheet. Who cares? But no, it is fun when you get these players that are actually enjoyable to watch. That's why I'm so excited about Malik Willis. Like at least the Dolphins will be fun to watch. Gross backstack Jets. Yeah, I see that there. Gino, A.D. Mitchell. And I'm assuming you're not the Garrett Wilson drafter because he lives over here. Yeah, they are definitely gross backstackable for sure. Burns -1 through 1. There it is. I mean, he won match play in Texas. Maybe he can do it again. Fowler misses a 19-foot birdie putt on the second, so he's still even. Let's see, who are we fading? Where is Where did... What am I looking for? Chris Goddard up. There we go. That's who we're fading. All right. He managed to make a par. Managed to make a par on 1, despite being in that the rough, which again is completely meaningless. Keith Mitchell 2 over through 2. Dear God. Dear God. Crutches. I love how confident everyone is on their takes, especially knowing the chances of being wrong are near certainty, and become a bit obsessed with the game theory. Quite the different gamble. Yeah. I agree. It is to me the game theory and the drafting is such a fun part of this. But you definitely have to get your player takes right to win. I think that's you can't structure your way out of missing the guys you need, and so you've got to hit those. I have learned that in this game. You can do all the draft capital bucket stuff perfectly, but if you're fading the league winners, you're not going to be okay. So he parred. That's not me. Wait, who? Bird? Wait, Bird's now parred? Now I'm confused. All right, let's see. What do we want to do here? The machine says you're good at running back. I'll take Brian Robinson. I'm actually surprised he didn't go in this draft. Being the contingent back in Atlanta, he's someone that's going to keep rising. I will absolutely take him at pick 189. Oh, the comment in orange was not me. Yeah, you and Quid Pro Quo have very similar avatars. And on StreamYard, sometimes I get a little confused. I apologize. I didn't think I said that was you, but if I did, no, that was Quid Pro Quo. Najee also visiting the Raiders. Yes, I saw that. And I remember some comments earlier in the year that they wanted to add somebody to that backfield. Najee might not be very good for us Genty people, I have to say. I could see them being like, oh, Najee, he's great for the goal line, and us losing a bunch of touchdowns to an utter dust ball. That would be a pretty bad run out. Bindles, morning candle crew. Hey, morning Bindles. Appreciate you so much. Hope you're having a great morning. Appreciate you. Chris Burkle channeling his inner Cartman, saying he's told there was punch and pie. Unfortunately, that was just to get you in the door. That was just to get you in here. No punch and pie to be had. But what we do have is Gunnar Helm. Let's take him. We got a Tennessee quadruple stack. I'll just say quad stack. Cam Ward, Tony Pollard, Wandale, Calvin Ridley, and Gunnar Helm. These team bets were popular last cycle. We're less in on them this year, but we're going to try. Jess Barucci, JJ Zachariason had some high praise for our guy Emmett Johnson. Need him to make some noise in his pro day for our back. His pro day was yesterday, and I think he did okay. So there you go. He improved on his combine time, which is what we needed to see. Give me one. I meant to take some cold medicine before the stream, and I didn't. So now I can't breathe. We're good, though. Perfectly calm. Yeah, we were told there'd be punch and pie, yes. Such a good. The South Park movie is the reference here. Yeah. Lucas says, GM to you, Lucas. Appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out this morning. Appreciate all of you. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. These things all really help. Consider joining. As always, there's a candle with your name on it, and there is room in the wax pack for you. So thank you so much again for spending time here as we try to navigate these very difficult big board streets. Let's check in on our friends here. Gino, so he, as he said, has the gross Jets back stack after adding Gino and Mitchell. He adds Mason Taylor to that, along with Darnell Mooney. So, Mooney, they play in the same stadium, so he can be part of the gross stack. Blueless, let's see what you did. I think last time we checked in on you, you'd taken Josh down. So he adds Fergie, Daniel Jones, Judy Hawkinson, Christian Kirk, and Singleton. So kind of a fun team here from Blueless. Mr. Crutches, for his money, after Goff, He got Jennings and Ayuk, so we'll see where Ayuk ends up. He is the Daniels drafter, so it might just be jumping ahead of that rise if Ayuk does go to the Commanders. Okonkwo, another part of that stack. Travis Hunter, Tesla, so more Lions. Njoku, Brazel, and Jeremy Bernard, not Gio Bernard. I'm not gonna mess up everybody's name here today. All right, the sidekick is yelling at me to take Zachariah Branch. You know what? I don't have much Najee Harris. I think as a running back 7, that feels like it makes sense. And again, we didn't take a running back early, so we're gonna have to take some swings. So we'll take our 7th running back there. Gentlemen, GM2, Greg, appreciate you so much. I almost took Ollie Gordon. And then I chickened out and took Najee. Hey, perfectly cromulent. Appreciate you. Welcome to Candle Nation and the Wax Pack. And let me I'm kind of in the middle of the board, so let me get your candle going. After this pick, we'll get your candle. But appreciate you so much, perfectly cromulent. Means a lot. Thank you. Adam T says, GM Chad, longtime lurker, first-time commenter, always a pleasure listening while I drive around for work. Good luck to you and the best. Hey, that means so much, Adam. Thank you so much. Really, safe driving out there, but thank you so much. I'm glad to help with the drive time commute. I know there are definitely a few people who listen on their way to work, so I'm glad to help, kind of fill that role in the best ball space. All right, let's see. The sidekick wants Ted Hurst. I think I'd take Vele, though. Let's continue these big team bets. We sort of did that here. So I'm going to take Vele. Then, most importantly, perfectly cromulent. I'll even try to write your name in the correct leet speak here with the 3 for perfectly cromulent. So, all right. Another 3. One of the longer names here. Perfectly cromulent. And it is March 26th. Appreciate you so much, perfectly cromulent. Perfectly cromulent also out there in the chess street. So we're trying to get perfectly cromulent over 1,700. We absolutely know he can do it. So, all right, here we go. We're lighting the candle. Perfectly cromulent. Appreciate you so much. Oh, too late. I already wrote the whole I already wrote the whole thing out. All right. Perfect. And then we'll get candle cam rolling here. There it is. All right. Now we can't burn down the house. All right. Let's see. Uh-oh. Got to adjust. Nope. That's not right. I'm not at my desk, so it's a little harder. But there we go. Oh, my God. Everything's mirrored. We're flying blind trying to get candle cam. All right. There we go. We got it. We got candle cam going. But appreciate you again so much. Perfectly cromulent. Awesome stuff. All right, with our final pick, I think we have to take another wide receiver. The sidekick, though, wants... Gosh, this is bad. All of the wide receivers we want have gone. I can't believe I'm going to take Tolbert, but I think I'm going to take Tolbert on this team. I kind of am a little bit Tolbert curious, being that he is apparently good friends with Malik Willis. I don't know. That could just be utter nonsense. We all know that Cam Ward was good friends with Xavier Restrepo. That didn't really help us very much. So, yeah. Sentex legend, Tyler Algier, 28% ownership. Why? So I was taking a ton of Tyler Algier before he signed with the Cardinals. So a lot of that was thinking he'd get a good landing spot and a big contract. He got a decent landing spot and not a big contract. So I don't take him quite as much, but those picks are mostly in the like mid hundreds. So yeah, if going forward, I'm not taking him at a 28% rate, if that makes sense. Hey, best of luck. Hey, appreciate you, Perfectly Cromulent. Likewise. Thank you. Crutches, it was great. I got all 4 rooks I want. Bless with Brazel, Bernard, Bell, and Antonio Williams. Yeah, those are definitely guys. I know the sidekick likes them. We're thinking they're second round picks, if not in the third. So not too bad. Not too bad. Highly recommended. Again, all my underdog drafts are now on stream. So I'm fighting for the Chris Brazels and Jeremy Bernards of the world. Jasperucci, as long as I can see the light, my CCR plays in my head every time we add another candle to the wax pack. Yeah, I got to. I do need some like videos and stuff, but I need the time to devote to that, because y'all deserve a little more production value. Alboogie, you can skip my team. It has no rhyme or reason to it. Stream drafts are tough. All right, Alboogie. Unfortunately, we're gonna go over your team. 3-6-8-3. Dak, Stafford, Gino, Bijan, Chase Brown, Manungai, Krosky Merritt, Jordan James, and Justice Hill. I like Bijan and Chase Brown, and Krosky Merritt, if they don't add to anyone, is going to be like a huge hit at his ADP. Jordan James, if he is the contingent back, why not? I don't mind that. Pickens, I think you stacked him, right? Yeah, you stacked Pickens, Devontae, McLaurin, Parker Washington, Omar Cooper, A.D. Mitchell, Mooney, and Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown, I mean, he's definitely draftable now, I would say. Kittle, Kelsey, Mason Taylor. There's nothing wrong with this team. Nothing wrong with this team. Blueless, how'd you end up? 3-5-8-4. Purdy, Nix, Daniel Jones, Gibbs, Henry, Jacobs, Harvey, and Singleton. It feels a little sidekicky. I don't know if you're a sidekick guy, but I don't mean that disparagingly at all. I mean stopping at 5 running backs there. I know the kick is a little leery about the late backs, and 3 running backs through 3. Yeah, probably makes sense to cut it there. Waddle, Evans, Metcalf, Downs, Judy, Kirk, Branch, and Jacoby Lane. Yeah, you ended up getting Kirk with Purdy there and Mike Evans, and then Kincaid, Fergie, Hawkinson, Gesicki. Why not? I like this team. I think it's pretty good. All right, and then we had Crutches. How'd he do? 2, 5, 10, 3. So Daniels, Goff, so stops at 2 quarterbacks. Hampton, Hall, Tootin, Ramondre, and Dowdle. So another team where he stopped at 5 running backs there. The 5th running back was earlier than the last team we looked at as far as ending, but there were a couple detours early. I know he took Amon-Ra and Higgins with his first 3 picks, but still ended at 5, but still a pretty strong running back room. Amon-Ra, Higgins, Juwan Jennings, Ayuk, again, trying to get ahead of that potential rise if he goes to the Commanders. Travis Hunter, Tesla, the 4 rookies, Brazel, Bernard, Bell, and Williams, and then Laporta, Chig, and Njoku, who we discussed at length yesterday. Like the team there from Crutches. Let's hop in another. 25 left. Waiting for 3. If anyone wants to get in, get on in. Sorry, Al Boogie. There's no escape. Blueless uses a sidekick. Okay. That makes sense then. That makes sense. Yeah, it's felt like a sidekick team. All right, Fowler has another 22-footer for Birdie. Let's see. Anything good happening? Wyndham Clark is 1 over through 2. And now he has 7 feet to save par to avoid going 2 under through 3. That's the only real notable over par. We got the 4-hole this draft. We've got the 4-hole. All right. Sorry, we had a small golfing interlude here. Small golfing interlude. All right. So we got Blueless again at the 1, back to back. My God, we got Blueless at the 1, myself at the 4, line of scrimmage is 7, Goods at the 8, DM, I know you're out there, DM. I forget who your username is. Ben Griffin under par. There it is. There it is. Crutches noting. Got her dripping it apart from like 8 feet, just barely annoying. I know. That is that's not what we need. We are fading Mr. Goddard up here pretty hard. But we'll see. Hopefully that's a good sign. Although there's like 20 bunkers on the entire property, and he managed to find one of them. So, are we doing Puka again? I guess we are, huh? I feel like Jamar Chase is gonna flip Puka because people are just looking for reasons to change things at the top of the board. I do feel like this happens. I can't imagine actually being concerned about a Puka like suspension at this point. It just feels like something to like shake up the ADP slightly. Greg saying got her up fader. Well, yeah, we neither of us are on him for one and done, and a big chunk of the field is. So we're definitely rooting against Mr. Goddard. Bates, GM to you. Hope you're having a great one. Appreciate you so much for coming and hanging out. Hate from New Jersey. Yeah, we're all aligned here. Yeah, the whole field's on him, despite Minwoo Lee being the favorite. I agree. We were talking about this. Don't really understand why Minwoo Lee was not the number one and done pick. But the industry like collectively aped into Goddard. Hardly knew her. Says Alex. Greg, yeah. Toxic Tower. Nacua at 4 in 2026. Big woke. I've never heard Puka. I feel like I'm missing a Puka joke, but yes, we took Puka at 4 here again. We did just have a draft like this, but we're running it back. Oh, gotcha. Yes, we did take Puka at 4, despite the unsavory off the field antics that we do not condone. We will, however, take him for the big board. Wyndham already 2 over. Love to see that. The people getting too cute. Taking Wyndham Clark. Few bigger head cases right now. She seemed savory enough. Yeah, you can't be biting people. You can't be biting people. All right, Trey McBride goes there. Let's see what we do. Probably not going to do another 0 RB team. I'm going to shoot straight with you guys. So I'll take Derrick Henry. That makes sense. I feel like for a 0 RB team, we did pretty good. We didn't do too bad on that last draft. All right. So Jefferson, things that have happened in the last couple of weeks now. Jefferson is firmly into the first round with Kyler at the helm of the Vikings. So that's pushed Cook out of the first round, although sometimes it's A-Chain that gets the bump. People are definitely a little spooked on the Dolphins situation. I've seen A-Chain slip a little later into the second a few times, especially over on DraftKings, where maybe that makes more sense. I don't know. The trope is that running quarterbacks don't like check down as often. I really don't know Malik Willis's tendencies enough to know if that's a thing, but I do have to imagine that manufacturing A-Chain touches is going to continue even in the new regime, because that is such a skill that he possesses. But again, you could have a really bad team and really bad game scripts for running back. And so I do understand the FUD, but I'm still taking him at cost. All right, the machine wants Josh Jacobs over Chris Olave. I think I'll agree with the kick here. Take Jacobs. So we went Puka, Henry, Jacobs here. Emo notes, drafting late is so bad for uniqueness because now my Jefferson start teams can add Cook on the wrap. Unlike my Feb teams, I took Cook in the first and Jefferson on the wrap. Yeah, that was I've mentioned that before, where you're not he didn't move far enough to really do anything. you just like switch the order of the guys. You're not you haven't really gained much by taking him early. You just fare him slightly differently. I mean, I suppose maybe if there were instances where he slid, you could have like Jefferson, CMC, or Taylor teams, but he didn't tend to fall too often past around pick 16. You didn't really see that too much, but I'm sure some of those are out there. Chris notes if Puka falls because he's a jerk, I'm going to be extraordinarily overweight on Puka. Yeah, I agree. I'll end up with, well, I don't really get a lot of picks on the left side of the board, so it's probably not going to impact me very much. But I definitely will end up with plenty of Puka there. I mean, maybe I would adjust to start taking more Chase at 3 because I don't want to end up overweight Puka versus Chase. I consider them so flat that I'd kind of want to just have about the same amount of both. That's the only thing that's the only reason I would do it, is if suddenly if my Puka versus Chase exposure got out of hand. But I'm going to take Puka over JSN. I think I'll continue to do that. If he falls to 7 or 8 in BBM, even you might get a slot to get him. I know. That would be exciting. I hope BBM I get a little more luck here with the with drafting on the left side of the board, but you never know. So Loveland goes, I'll just take Devonta Smith. I think that's a slam here at pick 45. So Puka, Henry, Jacobs, Devonta, he lines up nicely with the potential Hurts pick at pick 69, if we think about that. And then we'll see what's here at pick 52. All right. Ricky Fowler continues his par brigade. Ryan Gerard, 11 feet left for birdie. And our guy, Yella Miraju, he's got 2 feet for his par at the first. So I know these are things that everybody cares deeply about, but Chris Goddard, let's see. No, nothing exciting with him. Are you streaming all your BBMs too? Asks Goods. I'm not necessarily all of them, but I will be streaming the same streaming schedule. I'll see what is in the hopper then. It likes Judkins over Travion. Does the machine? You know what? I'm actually going to go down and take Monty of all of these guys. We'll do a little bit of IKBing. I don't think Monty comes back at pick 69 anymore, but I'll take Monty over Judkins and Scatabo. I'm kind of overweight on those guys, so we'll switch it up here. But yeah, Goods. I'll definitely be streaming some BBMs, and who knows? Maybe it does end up being the majority of them. Yeah, I haven't really decided exactly which ones I'm going to do. I think people like watching BBMs kind of the most, so making sure we're not burning down the house. I guess we can check in on it this way. We got Perfectly Cromulets candle burning bright there. We got Candle Cam going. Again, appreciate you so much. Perfectly Cromulet. Also, for those of you out there, if you can, drop a like, drop a sub. And feel free to join the Wax Pack. You get your candle, and working on exactly what people want for members only videos. So I do want to start those next week. I'm just trying to decide exactly what to put out for the good people. Chris promises to stream 0 of my slow drafts. Yeah, slow drafts. Gosh, was it Gretsch that had a show where he would have 100 slow drafts and then go through his process on each of them? I think it was Gretsch, and I feel bad because I really liked it. Kind of an interesting format. I've thought about needing to do that because I have a few travel things this summer, but that would let me stream something if I'm not in an underdog friendly location. So who knows? We might end up doing a few, a week or two like that. Not straight, but just a few one-off streams like that. Gretsch did it. It was great. Yeah, I remember really liking that. Okay, Chris, yeah. He's in Washington, so he could only do slows anyway. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that makes sense. Gunnar Ross, loved your tweet with hope. Wish there was more 50 to 150 max, 3 to 5 range tourneys. Yeah, I agree. And Gunnar Ross is referencing Hope asked what we wanted to see. And I basically said, I just like to see the lobby as full as possible. Hold on. Do I want Makai Lemon here or Hertz? Let's just take Hertz. I think this is too much to pass up. I think I don't like having to feel like I have to save bullets. And so if they make like a 5150 max, but it's small, so it fills fast, they can just run those infinitely. And then we sweaty people have stuff that we can enter. And it's not really going to impact the big contests. I don't think, because you have this like smaller subset of drafters who want to max like everything, and they're going to max the big contests anyway. So I don't know. Basically, I want to see the lobby full. Oh, Wyndham holds out for Eagle. Cool. Why not? Why not? The lucky keep getting luckier. Unbelievable. But that's the way she goes. Ricky Fowler has had more like 15 to 20 foot birdie putts. All right. Ramondre is at the top of the sidekick, but we're you guys know what we're doing here. We're a Michael Wilson channel, so we're gonna grab Michael Wilson there. So for the audio listeners, what are we doing? We got Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, Puka, Devonta Smith, Michael Wilson. I love this team. I love this start. I am a big fan of this. I know opinions vary on Michael Wilson. I know some people don't buy it, but I do. I am a Michael Wilson enthusiast here, so happy to take him there. Crutches says I should check my exposures. I have no idea who I have. All right, let me hop over to that because people might be curious. How do I do this? Gosh, live not best ball, daily PGA. Oh, good. I'm winning $20 in 60 entries. That's great. All right. A lot of Haotong Lee. 78% Haotong, 63% Ricky Castillo. That was a function of I did mostly auto drafts, and they ended up really wonky with the way Castillo I had ranked compared to others. 50% Rasmus, way more Patrick Rogers than I want, and then it gets more normal. Overweight on Fowler, Yellow Baraju, Kepka, and Nikolai Højgaard. So quick check over on the golf exposure channel. All right, here Mahomes and Purdy go. The sidekick is mad because I left. Okay, it's back. It wants Tony Pollard. This is such a big fall on Fannin. I think I would take Fannin if he comes to me. He doesn't. It goes to someone who already had a running wide receiver, but he too could not resist the allure of Fannin. Gosh, so hard for me to not take Kyle Pitts. I love Kyle Pitts here, but we'll do another Tony Pollard share. If we have to go 3 late tight ends, that's fine. And Pitts might come back to us, to be honest. People are kind of low on him. All right, let's see. Katron Allen falling this late in drafts is criminal. I would have 50% ownership at this price. That'd be a lot of Katron Allen. That would be a big Katron Allen stand. I don't know what I'm at on Allen. Chris notes that I just hope there's 101 entry Max Dalmatian for $1 each. That was the best training ground for learning the board. Yeah, I like that too because it let people who wanted to just auto draft off ranks do it, and if you wanted to do it like a normal draft, you could. Like it's very nice. Like it's a good opportunity so people can get like a low stakes tournament in. They can play the game without it costing a lot. I was a big fan of that tournament. Another fall on a tight end here. I'll take Tucker Kraft. I'm kind of low on him. I think I'm okay passing on these wide receivers to grab this value on Kraft here. I know I'm light on him, and I don't have a tight end yet, so we'll add Tucker Kraft to this team. Yeah, Michael Wilson, aka Jerry Rice, 100%. People forget. 48% Bell, 40% Brazel, 34% Hurst. That is so much Bell, Brazel, and Hurst. 32% Casey Concepcion, 30% Jeremy Bernard. Yeah, the sidekick has its favorites, and if you end up top clicking at the end of drafts, you can end up pretty advanced on those. You can end up with a pretty high exposure in some of those rookies. Chris entered 101 slows. Oh my god. Oh my god. Quid pro quo. I advanced 3 of the 101. One of my better contests in my rookie year. Did you hand do him, or you autoed off ranks? Curious. 3 to the finals? No, just advanced. Fair enough. Crutches, this isn't a sidekick thing either. Combo of ETR2, 21% Antonio Williams, who they never had in sidekick. Fair. Oh my god. I forgot I had the candle down there, and I put my... just burned myself. All right, we're good. We're good. I'm kind of an idiot sometimes. I was like, why is it hot in my coffee table? Yeah. The other thing is to that is it feels a lot better to end your draft with those wide receivers than any other position. Like, it's almost hard for me to say you shouldn't end most of your drafts just taking those rookies who are probably second or third round picks versus those running backs who go in that range, who are either total dust balls or are like 5th, 6th round picks. Like, there is definitely a much better chance that those rookie receivers are better. But I don't want to do it every single time, but it feels like it's the optimal way to play it. And so I definitely understand if in the big board you just want to just jam that every time. I couldn't even tell you that was wrong. Quid pro quo. I handpicked, had Najee, Debo, Kraft, Little, and McMillian on nearly all of them. Kittle. Yeah. Yeah, again, some of those picks were really good. Like Kraft was such a smash before he got hurt. That was definitely some run bad there. All right, I'm going to take Wandale well past ADP. I like that. Again, wasn't trying to do another Tennessee thing. I mean, I passed on Wandale to take Kraft, so I didn't think I'd get it, but that's the way she goes. Jason Day looks terrible. Horror double, bad chip, bad putt. I didn't even consider Day this week, but he was... I didn't want to take a closer look because I didn't want to get suckered in. I felt like the left curve meme was like, don't play Jason Day here. That's bad. In the mid curve, it'd be like, oh, Jason Day, world-class player at this at this place. Crutcher says, yeah, feels like the best way for sure. They're day 2 guys and free. 100%. Quid pro quo also with the missile. The missile this year I like. The missile last year I was a little less out on. Yeah, Crutches, that's most of my Mike Washington was also when he was free as well. I mean, I know I just took him in the last draft, but I did get a big bag of him when he was not very expensive. All right. Speaking of Mike Washington, there he is. The machine likes Fergie like way more than I do. I'm not really very high on Casey Concepcion, to be perfectly honest. I do worry about this like knee situation, but I'll take a flyer on him. We have a pretty veteran group of receivers. I'll take Concepcion. Oh, and likely, yep, a lot of zeros at tight end. A lot of zeros. Jas Barucci was depressed last draft craze, ended up maxing the big board before free agency, hoping the early draft value hounding prevails. Yeah, I mean, it definitely could. There's definitely guys that you could get way cheaper. You're also just going to have none of... The only issue with that is you're going to have like no Chris Rodriguez, I'm assuming. Because no one was taking that guy. And now look, he's in round 11. That's the only thing. And like you might... Like he might be a guy you need. You know, you could cue the laugh track, I guess. And I mean, we have a laugh track. So that's my only thing, is it's not just like, oh, you might miss out on value. You might like miss out on a certain like spot, like the Jags RB. That's the only thing I don't like about maxing too early. I assume the booing was being low on KC Concepcion, which is fair. Hopefully it's not any of my golfers being booed. They're all even through 3 here, or through all their holes. All right. I feel like I almost should put Chris Goddard up in my favorites just so I can like anti-sweat the guy. Chris says, I looked it up. Little Dalmatian was 3 of 12 advanced, and I was below average with only 24 advancing. Yeah, it's funny how sometimes that ends up happening. And I wonder why that is, because I feel like I had a similar thing with the Little Dalmatian, where it should have been easy to advance, and then like was god awful at it. And I just assumed it was like bad player takes during that window. All right. Dallas Goedert is still potentially there. Cam Ward is who I was going to take, so that's a little bit of a bummer. Quarterback is now officially grim here. We've got Bryce Young and Mendoza. I think I'm going to take Bryce Young over Mendoza here, though. Well, IKB the sidekick just a hair. Grab that. So we got Jalen Hurts and Bryce Young, but yeah, I definitely would have taken Cam Ward, but unfortunately this guy needed his third quarterback before his whatever. It's the way she goes. All right, there goes Dallas Goedert. We'll see what the room hands to us. Jacoby Brissett, we could definitely take him to pair with Michael Wilson, but I really have concerns that Brissett's not going to be the guy finishing out the year. So we'll see. Fantasy Monster doing 0 RB is dead. Oh my God. Well, I hope not, because our last team was a 0 RB team. But 0 RB is it's not the most favored form. Not the most favored format to build. Chris Snow wisely noting, if everyone thinks 0 RB is dead, then it's not dead. Could be. Could be. Again, 0 RB also becomes super duper live if I don't even want to say it, but if we're taking Brian Robinson now and Bijan, twists his ankle really bad and misses the season, all of a sudden the 0 RB teams are super live if he's now RB1 in Atlanta and you got him at pick 190. So I'm a little bit more 0 RB 0 RB curious. I'll take Omar Cooper here. Taking Omar Cooper over Denzel Boston, I think the market, I think this is a little bit of ADP anchoring. The mocks I've seen lately all have Cooper over Boston. So we'll see. 0 RB was live early. I think 0 RB is still very live. I think 0 RB is still super, super live. It's just also very uncomfortable. But again, we have dodged, we haven't really, I'm trying to think last year, we didn't get one of those contingent back smashes, right? We didn't have any of the really elite running backs get hurt. And then have someone step in and take the role. Because that's when 0 RB is really going to shine, if we get those. So I don't know. How many of us were drafting DJ Giddens? Because what if something happened to Jonathan Taylor? Jonathan Taylor just stayed healthy. And DJ Giddens, I know he was inactive, so maybe he's a bad example. But we will see. Chris notes, I've got some slow, so I'm very happy with my 0 RB rooms through 10 rounds. Yeah, I think there's I think it's doable. It also could be room dependent because it's easy to lose your 0 RB targets. And then it feels bad. If you're really into Keaton Mitchell, and you're like, okay, I'm going to take him in round 13, and someone takes him in round 12 or whatever. You're like, okay, now I'm stuck pivoting to Tracy or Jennings or Emmett Johnson, who you're lower on. So it's one of those where I feel like you got to give it a few bites at the apple before you could really, decide. All right, I will take Mendoza this far past at a certain point. Over. Yeah, I'm much more confident Mendoza playing week 17 than I am in Jacoby Brissett playing week 17. even with Jerry Rice on the team. Crutches another terrible Wyndham shot when he's not holding out. I mean, we can only hope that the Wyndham Clark people are not rewarded for this. All right. Got her up his 7 feet for birdie. Hopefully that goes poorly for him. Ricky Fowler continues the par train. It's the way she goes. That's the way she goes. Chris was getting David Montgomery in the 70s in these slows. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, he was a huge win if you got him early on, for sure. For sure. Arlox, are rookie RBs always better shot than some second-year guys like Giddens? I would say no. I would not say always. But they feel more they feel more like the mystery box for sure. I will definitely say that. All right, I'll take Emmanuel Wilson on this team, hoping Seattle doesn't add anyone. Maybe I should have taken Naylor for Mendoza. He's been a big riser, but I did want to get up to a 5th running back. But yeah, Arlox, I don't know. Like for a second-year example, I might. Yeah, I think Giddens, someone like Jordan James. What are they better than Katron Allen or one of these really like Seth McGowan guys? Like I don't know. I think that's an interesting question. Something maybe I should look into more. Like what's the hit rate on the second-year guys? I'm sure it's very situation dependent, but these young players do get better. And also, I mean, there might be some age factors in there. I mean, the classic example is Braylon Allen has his whole life ahead of him. Like he feels like he's been in the league forever, but how old is Braylon Allen? He's 22. Like I don't know. He's younger than a whole lot of the rookies like coming in. So I think some of that might be age question, and I'm sure if you wanted to take a deep dive into the numbers, maybe there's something there. But yeah, it's a good question. I don't know if I have like a great answer off the rip. All right, let's check in on friends and family here. Goods here. I guess I can't go over the whole team. I'll go over them after I make my my next couple picks. But haven't done the best job checking in on our people in the room. Sidekick is mostly interested in tight end here. I'm pretty into Kadon. I think he's a really nice price here. Possible his role expands with Evans out. Back in Tampa, we'll see there. All right, Blueless about to pick. He's got a 3-4-5-3. We'll see who he adds to his team. He did take Brissett. I don't think he has. Yeah, he was not the McBride drafter, but likely did not want to get frozen out at quarterback, which could be a little bit challenging there. The sidekick wants Pat Bryant. I can't do Pat Bryant. I can't do Pat Bryant. I will do Chris. No, I'll do Surratt over Brazel. Sure. Sidekick wants Surratt. I'll take Surratt here. So there we go. All right, let's check in on some people. Blueless from the 1. He took Dijon, then 5 receivers: Nico, Pickens, McLaurin, Evans, and Malachi Lemon. Jesus. Jalen Warren, Price, Pitts, Malik Willis, CJ Stroud, Travis Kelce, Jonathan Brooks, Jacoby Brissett, Dalton Schultz, Malik Washington, and Nick Singleton. So not too bad here from Blueless. He gets Stroud paired with Nico, so that's not too bad. Kind of backstacking Malik Willis. So not a bad team here from the 1 hole here. All right, give me 1 second. Big struggles. Chris noting, if they missed a lot of time with injuries, I'm taking second year players are bad bets. Think Trey Benson and Marshawn Lloyd. Yeah, it's hard to know with them. Like, should we just discount them from the general like thesis of comparing second year players to the rookies when it's derailed by injury? I think clearly in that case, then you have some problems. Like, I'm trying to think of other guys who've had this happen, or when second year players took over. Like Blake Corum, I feel like is a good example, right? His rookie year, he didn't do anything at all, but you probably would have preferred Blake Corum last year to a heap of the late rookies, right? I'm not talking like Genty or Scatabo or whatnot, like the ones that were hits. I think Corum is kind of your exemplar of a second year player that started doing a little bit better. Good says 0 stacks. Well, hopefully you have a lot of projection. Nobody talking about Taj Brooks this year. Exactly. I was taking some of him last year in search of the Bengals backup, and that didn't work out at all. And you're right. No one's talking about him. I have no idea what Taj Brooks is up to. Not just an injury, but lots of different injuries. Yeah. Some serious trouble on that front with those guys for sure. I'll take Jeremy Bernard here. We'll copy some of Crutch's guys. But no, I like Jeremy Bernard myself. But this team does end for the running back room with 4 rookies: Concepcion, Omar Cooper, Elijah Surratt, and Jeremy Bernard. We'll see if we add another running back or not. Again, Henry, Jacobs, Monty, Pollard, and Wilson. The sidekick certainly thinks we're done at running back. So maybe we listen to the kick here. I feel like we've been talking about Lloyd for 10 years, doesn't it? Time flies when you're talking about Brandon Lloyd. Dear God. But not Brandon Lloyd. Where is he? Marshawn Lloyd. Brandon Lloyd is a different person. Jonathan Brooks had 1 catastrophic injury. Kyron had 1 bad injury. I mean he's kind of had 2 at this point, right? Jonathan Brooks. But yeah, I'm with you. Star Power 69. First of all, GM2, appreciate you. In the 9 spot, please rate my team honestly. Okay, I can do that. I'll go over everyone's team at the end here. I think I like Vele more than some of these rookies if I'm going to take one. So I'm going to add Devon Vele to this team. Again, they went out of their way to trade for him. I feel like Vele is pretty live to continue to have a role with New Orleans. Obviously, they could draft somebody and he could go to Siberia, but so you're in the Stars. All right, hey, that's a pretty nice username there, Stars there. All right, we will check you out there, Star Power. Quid pro quo had a lot of him too, but half my teams were zeros, hoping for a mean reversion year and getting 45 to 50 of who? I missed. I hope not Marshawn Lloyd. Crunches Branch, only guy I'm not in on late, but still takes when he falls to next round since his projected draft capital still good. I am aligned there. He feels like a trap designed to suck in the slappies with his game. Like, oh, get him the ball in space and he's awesome. Yeah, you get any elite athlete the football in space and they look great, but like teams don't want to have to do that if that's all you're good at. I'm not a big Branch guy, but yeah, his draft capital might be elite. He could get a great spot, etc. But I think I am lower on him than the other guys in the rookie NFL season specifically. Oh, and Jonathan Brooks. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, he hurt his knee on like his 9th snap or something. All right, let's see. The machine wants Darnell Washington. I'll get overweight on Darnell. That was not a shot at his size because he's a big boy, but I'll take Darnell. If Darnell for some reason goes, I do like me some Michael Mayer, especially with Mendoza but that's okay. I think I'm okay trying the shot on Darnell Washington. Taj, weapon. Are we talking about Branch? Because yeah, just the classic. Yeah, we drafted a weapon. You get him the ball, and good things happen. Oh, I hope so. All right, let's see. Has anyone done anything over in golf? Oh my gosh, Rasmus Højgaard birdie on his first hole, and Yella Miraju, he birdies his third. So we're cooking. Chris Gotterup missed his birdie putt. We have never been more back, people. We have simply never been more back. All right, I am gonna wait to there's only 1 star. Oh no, what's going on here? Wait, what? Are you then? What happened to star power? Did someone come in and want to rate your team? You know what I've always thought is a funny bit is if you went in chat and you said please sauce like the 4-hole, but you weren't the 4-hole. You were just you were someone else and wanted to sauce someone else's team. I've always thought that would be a funny prank. All right, I'll review whoever's in the 9-hole. I will review it. Yeah, clearly there's an imposter. Fowler, yeah, 100% green in regulation, 0 birdies. That's exactly what I signed up for. T Cage firing these MLB drafts before they lock. Nice. T Cage, appreciate you. Good luck. Al Boogie, there's an imposter. I'm stars. I'm flattered. What is going on? I expect this nonsense from the Toxic Tower. All right, whoever you are, let's go over everyone's team. From left to right, blueless, 4, 6, 7, 3. My God. Malik Willis, CJ Stroud, Jacoby Brissett, Ty. I love this. I love this blue list. Taking Ty Simpson there. Big fan of that. We know the kick is okay with 4 quarterbacks. I feel like Ty Simpson's best landing spot is Arizona, and now you've locked all that up. I'm totally fine with this. I like this. Bijan, Warren, Jadarian Price, Jonathan Brooks, Nick Singleton, Ollie Gordon. I'm not going to lie, a little thin at running back, but hopefully, Bijan is Bijan. If he continues to Bijan, hopefully at least one of these guys is hitting your lineup hard because you'll be needing one of them. Nico Pickens, McLaurin, Evans, Lemon, Malik Washington, Zachariah Branch, solid running back room and nice tight end room. Pitts, Kelsey, Schultz. Like the team. All right. Goods. 3, 5, 9, 3. Mahomes, Goff, Darnold, Jeremiah Love, Breece Hall, Judkins, Scatabo, Benson. Again, you've got four really strong running backs, and then whatever you get out of Benson in the last round, don't mind that at all. Lamb, Flowers, Metcalf, Jaden Reed, Travis Hunter, Calvin Ridley, Tank Dell, Pat Bryant, Jacoby Lane. So, yeah, I don't mind these late darts. You kind of went more with the late veteran route, searching for glory, than the late rookie route, other than Jacoby Lane. So, but yeah, there's many paths to success, and I know you found them before. So, like the team here, and then Kincaid, Henry, Mason Taylor, very nice, very nice. The 9-hole, the identity theft victim, 3593, Herbert, Love, Daniel Jones, A-Chain, Hampton. So you pair Hampton with Herbert here, Kyron, Javante, and Jordan James. So seeing a lot of this, 4 strong running backs and just 1 tacked on late. Christian Watson, Alec Pierce, Godwin, QJ, Jennings, Jerry Jeudy, Trey Harris, Jalen Noel, Kyle Williams. I like this wide receiver room. It seems good. I'm assuming I'm going to see an elite tight end here. No, Brenton Strange, Gunnar Helm, Terrence Ferguson. Who did you take early? I guess 3 running backs. Okay, 4 running backs. There we go. Because I noticed receiver started with Christian Watson, but I think that makes sense to take 9 if that's where you're starting there. So like the team. Is anyone else in here? I don't think so. But all right, good stuff. All right, I'm almost afraid to know. What are we at in terms of likes here? Let's see. Where are we? 27. Can we just get to like 30? And we'll do another one. That would make my day if we could do that. But I'm gonna trust you guys and hop in another. This is an honor system channel. So waiting for 9. We'll see where we're at. Again, appreciate all of you. Let's see. Let me catch up with chat. Yeah, we got the imposter. We got the imposter. Don't know what's going on. Greg says identity theft is a serious crime. 100% agree. Can't be doing that. Jasperucci Good says Braylon Allen was a sneaky late round pick on a Davis stream in early January. Ended up with a healthy 27%. Oh my God. I haven't been taking him very much. I'm going to be honest. But I don't feel like he's terrible. Boogie, I was going to roast you for the name change, Stars G, if you did it. Flyfish, this draft needs to be in early April. Having to endure Orlovsky's Simpson discourse every year is so offensive. Yeah, he had to post like some really just, it felt like something you'd see on Facebook from like grandma about like being, if you have nothing to say, like don't say it, or like be kind. I'm like, oh, Orlovsky's going through it right now with this take. It's like, I don't think Ty Simpson is bad, but you know, you have to know you're on an island when you're saying stuff like he's the #1 prospect. Crossface drafted the winner. Congrats, appreciate it. I'm glad to hear it. Second place isn't too bad in this tournament, so we'll keep fighting. Jasperucci, forget the Jets are dumb and hate their players. Yeah. Stars noting that he has haters everywhere. Star power is diabolical. That's so funny. He should have asked to sauce your team. It would have been amazing. I would have done it. They don't see the vision. They don't see the vision, says Al Buggy. The microwave watching on the old Xbox. Had to get the phone for my boy. Here's the microwave. Appreciate you so much. Whatever you're watching on, thank you. Thank you so much. It means a lot. So thank you for the thank you very much for the like there. All right. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Chris Gotterup has 5 feet for bogey. The dream. All eyes rooting against Chris Gotterup here in the chalk. Waiting for 2 if anyone wants to hop in this. Again, appreciate all of you. Appreciate you getting the like numbers up. I don't know what we're at, but I'm sure we're over 30 here. And also, of course, appreciate Perfectly Cromulent. Candle cam rolls on. Thank you again. Wait, if I want to see something. If I put this as candle cam, and then I switch it back to me, does it say candle cam still? It does. Okay. All right. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. All right. Star says the pound clogging up another stream chat. Well, Fantasy Dog Pound is one of the is the best streams out there. I watch Pat whenever I can. The only obstacle is that he tends to go on very late, so I have to watch him on replay a lot. But yeah, Fantasy Dog Pound is a terrific channel follow in Discord. So they're more than welcome here. Waiting for one though. If anyone wants to fill this room, please do. Okay, Gotterup did save bogey there. Would have liked to see him go 2 over, but we can't get too choosy. Marco Penge continues. He's now 2 under through 7. Another popular pick, and we're off. We are off. Come on, 1 hole. Give me the 1. It's gonna give me the 12 for asking. The 4 again. Why do we keep getting the 4 hole? All right. We'll see if we end up with Puka again. We keep getting Puka. All right, who do we got in here? Line of scrimmage. Blueless at the 12th. Frank Gore. Do we think Frank Gore's playing underdog? I don't know. Bates is in here. Bates is in here at the 5. Copy paste lane. What are your thoughts on AI? Is it gonna replace everyone? AI draft bot? I hope not, because I enjoy drafting. But yeah, there's definitely some concern. I have to say, there's a lot of things that AI is going to replace. And the optimistic view is that it's going to make all of our lives easier, and I hope that's what happens, and not that like it makes all of us like irrelevant. But I think there's going to be a lot of changes coming. especially in like the labor market. It's and hopefully we can make it a positive change. Jasperucci, goods, all good, brother. I should know better than to draft Jet. The combo of your fantasy IQ plus Priest had me Braylon chipped. I'm gonna take Puka. Sorry, I think we're. I'm not gonna take JSN over him. At this point, Bates is 1 billionth 1.5. Well, I hope you enjoy. But you know, the 1.5 is not bad because you can take JSN if you want him, or you can go any direction. Yeah, you can take Jonathan Taylor. There you go. Who Ames, sub fam. Hey, Who, appreciate you so much. Who Ames, we need to get Who Ames to 500 subs. We need to get him there. He is so close. You know what, Who Ames, I'm gonna drop your link in here. If you can, please sub to Who Ames. He's doing a 12-hour live stream when he hits, but he's definitely worthy of a follow. Don't take the racist biter. I'm afraid it's too late. I'm afraid it's too late. Blueless, I just want a middle spot. I hate drafting on the ends. I tend to agree. It's not my favorite. Unless we all get drift. Yeah, God. Yeah. Quid pro quo. AI can't predict the word in my sentence correctly, yet someone trades equities with absurd accuracy. I mean, people have been trading equities with like quantum physics models and doing quite well. I have to imagine AI is just the next iteration of using math, just now adding like large language models to it. So we will see. And also, I don't think we have access to the best AI out there as the general public. I'm sure the powers that be have stuff that blows what we can get to out of the water. What spot is star power in this draft? I mean, maybe he's Frank Gore. I don't know. I need to jump. Yeah, 100% Who Hames. We do have to do we do have to get a stream going together. It's Frank Gore. If he goes 5 straight running backs, we'll know the truth. 100%. Or if he takes Frank Gore Jr. Al Boogie, who's not at 5? I know. I agree. Or have you on, but I know my time is bad. I mean, I could make it work if I plan it ahead, Who Hames. It's just hard with the kiddo, but I can convince the wife to watch her if I hop on with you. I just can't like regularly stream it in the evenings. Yeah, Star Power, where are you? Let us know. He's here in the chat, but he's not in the room. I always like being at the 2 or 12. Pushing around the turns brings great value. Yeah, it is fun. It allows you a little bit of you can bully, and you can B kind of like predict and feel like you're gaining some draft value. Like when you know what the turn is going to do, that's like a huge edge, or what they're not going to do. I don't mind that. I prefer those than being just like straight on the 12. The one I like because I generally just want Bijan if I could get him. So I'm willing to live with with what else comes with it. Let's see what Bates does here. We did start with Puka. Running back is already pretty gnarly, but let's take Trey McBride. So we'll go Puka McBride. See what happens. All right. It's a struggle bus. So yeah, I would have really liked getting one of Brown or Jacobs somehow wrapping around, but that did not happen here. So now we're going to be in the range of, well, we'll see. It's a really interesting click here, our next pick, depending on what we get. Like we're running into where we could end up with the question of, do we do a Brock Bowers, Trey McBride team? We did this once before, and I think we failed, but we don't get our chance at redemption. You know what? I don't think I want to do another Pier 0 RB team, so I'll take Travis Etienne here. Although I did, of course, see Emmett Johnson. One of the teams he met with or talked to was the Saints. I think the Saints are absolutely live to bring in another running back. I hope it's not Emmett Johnson. because I feel like Emmett Johnson's pretty good, so there's a chance he eats into Etienne's workload enough to make them both bad, where he doesn't get enough of a workload to be great on his own, but he kind of nibbles away at some stuff that Etienne can do. So I think he's pretty good in the passing game, and I think he runs pretty hard. So I don't know. I don't really want to see Emmett Johnson in New Orleans, but that could happen. Copy paste laid Puka McBride slight boost for playoff week potential correlation. Yeah, definitely could be week 17 stuff. I know last year people were excited about the was it last year? I say I know. I'm pretty sure last year was the Cardinals Bengals game that people were excited about. And I think that one kind of fizzled a little, if I remember right. So we'll see though. That game also was in Cincinnati, if I remember. Hopefully Arizona gets a week 17 home game. That isn't if pricey Etienne crutches. I agree. But again, I have a little bit of trouble in this running back range at 45 and 52. I'm a little leery on Judkins, and then I either have to pull up Monty or Scat. So I wanted to leave a little bit of flexibility taking Etienne there. Crutch is finding the rare water on the court. Is it good water or bad water? Let's see. Ryan Gerard 2 over. Oh no, it's all over. What the heck happened? He chipped it over the green. Went on the grand adventure. Oh, Ryan Gerard. Disaster. Yeah, not great. Gerard, pull it together, buddy. Pull it together. Ricky Fowler continues his impressive string of pars. All right. Loveland goes at pick 40, so a little earlier than in some rooms. Travis A-Chain will pay off with God. I don't know why it tilts me that he's decided his name is A-Chain. There's no way it's actually A-Chain. I shouldn't let this bother me, but it feels like he's trying to copy the cool kid. Like, come on. Etienne is fine. Etienne's cool. Igbuka goes, yeah, I think Javonte is kind of a podium pick here for us. It has to be a bit, Stars. I agree with you. I agree. Chris Burkle notes, CMC Henry Kyron is the boomerest start of all time. That's pretty boomer. Is that happening here? Yeah, but then they took JMO. JMO's kind of a wild card. I don't think JMO's a boomer pick at all. So Sideways Circle, maybe they're drafting with their grandpa. And I don't know. Who aims? There's a video of Travis Etienne trying to explain this to Steve Smith Sr. at the Combine. I think it was. Okay. We need to hear what little Etienne thinks. Country folk pronunciation that's mild in comparison to what's experienced in Appalachia. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we all remember Xavier Legette's Xavier Legette pronouncing things was a genre of video on the internet that was at times fairly funny. So do we want to do Devontae Puka? I haven't done this entire season. I don't really like it, but why not? 1 out of 150. Let's do it, guys. Puka Devonta. Could be bad, but where does Stafford go? Stafford, where are you? Stafford's ADP is 101. Oh, I mean, we'll see. We might just take him at 93 just to not get sniped on that, because I feel like if we get sniped on that, we kind of go to 0. But we'll see. We if there's something else there, I don't want to lock button that, but yeah, Bates. Yeah, don't. I try not to get tilted on screen. I'd be a little tilted if just out of pure spite you took Stafford at 92. But hey, man, you got to do what you got to do. JMO can be boomer. Silva loved him. Okay, we're back. They also took BTJ. BTJ feels boomer. This guy's looking at last year's draft guide, and he sees BTJ there at 55 and windmills him in. So he continues the boomer trend. Yeah, Stafford at 92. Goddard missing 7-footer, then Bogey missing 9-footer for birdie. Bless, yeah. Well, I'd be a lot more excited if Ricky Fowler laying up. The cowardly maneuver on 16. Not going for the green. You hate to see it. All right. Chris Goddard up, yeah. 1 over, not making the birdie putt. Not bad, not bad. All right. So let's see. Pick 69 coming up for us. We're pretty free in what we can take. We're very balanced here. Knowing that we're probably going to get Stafford, I'm less inclined to jam in Hurts as I've been doing, but we can see. I do like me some Hurts. I think he's underpriced. All right, let's see what is out there. Yeah, this is like fertile ground for quarterbacks here. But it's got to run the gauntlet of some good drafters here. So let's see what they do. Cortland Sutton. Okay. What is this? No, I'm telling you, this guy has last year's draft guide. He's taking Sutton here. Line of scrimmage takes 2. And let's see what Bates does. This is an interesting choice for me. I have 2 guys I want. So if Bates takes one of them, then we just jam the pick and move on. He takes Daniels. Okay. I was between Daniels and Lemon. I know they were at the top of the ADP queue, so that's not breaking any ground, but I would have actually had kind of a tough decision myself between the 2 of them. Knowing I'm probably going to have Stafford, I didn't necessarily need to ape into an elite quarterback, but also Lemon feels like a nice value at pick 69. So to Michael Wave, Adams is insurance for Puka missing time, biting CT. If Puka misses time, this team's in big trouble. To Michael Wave, I think that's the secret. If your first round pick misses extended amounts of time, you might just be dead because people are going to have Adams without Puka. Yeah, copy paste late no ending. I got the Rams first 3 wide receivers. That could be very true. People do like mocking the Rams to take a receiver. I'm hoping Lemon's gone before they pick though. If Kyron or Corum gets hurt, is there a third running back on the Rams? Is it still Ronnie Rivers? I'm not sure who their running back 3 is. I have no idea what his contract status is. All right, let's see what Drew Siffer does. I mean, there's a couple of good quarterbacks here. We could definitely take one. All right, guys, I'll take Jalen Hurts at pick 76. Don't twist my arm. So there we go. We got Hurts, Etienne, Javonte, Puka, Adams, Lemon, and Trey McBride. Oh yeah, Jarquez Hunter. How could I have forgotten? I forgot I know. He was game day inactive the whole year, so I forgot he existed. He's not missing time for the honeypot operation. Oh my god. The conspiracy, how deep does it go? I don't know. Jarquez Hunter equals Ollie Gordon. God, I can't believe I wasted time, money, and breath thinking about Jarquez Hunter last year. Like I got like upset I got sniped on Jarquez Hunter a few times. Dear God. Yeah, thank you, TD Mufasa. Appreciate you, TD Mufasa. I hope you're having a great one. Yeah, I forgot about him. Jarquez, another second year we're not talking about. There we go. Part of Arlox's homework assignment. Second year running backs versus the late rookies. The disrespect reffing the Ollie comp. Yeah, I know I've been taking some Ollie Gordon lately. I think Ollie Gordon stinks. Corum equals right. Right stinks harder than Gordon. Yeah, on the flat earth, exactly. We're all just, we just need to get over the Antarctic ice wall and all will be revealed. Yeah, the thoughts of Appalachia got I don't know where this incident even took place. Conspiracy Theory 101. There we go. Yeah. That's all I got. But appreciate all of you. It's a great time to remind you. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. All these things keep us from having to convert to a conspiracy theory channel full time. So and continue to bring best ball content here. Ollie Gordon equals Braylon Allen. Find God. The hard part is there's some people who like Braylon Allen. So I'm assuming you're saying that in a bad way. All right, let's see. Wow, Mahomes is still here. Let's see what Bates does. Bates does have the chance to take Stafford and do the funniest thing. He takes Kraft. Okay. The machine. I'm gonna be a coward and just take Stafford. I don't think Pollard is worth pushing Stafford. If we lose Stafford, I think this team is really untenable. So I'm just gonna grab Staffy there. Had there been some huge ADP value, maybe, because there were a lot of quarterbacks that I think people would take before unstacked Stafford, but you just never know. So we'll do that. Chris, we're up to 40 likes with 44 watches. That is actually a better ratio than I could ever ask for. But yeah, of course, let's the 10% slackers. No, I appreciate you, Chris, and appreciate all of you who did like the stream or do like to stream. It really helps. So thank you all again. Drucifer, Mahomes is still here. The sidekick might explode if I don't do it. I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Let's live a lot. Let's go Stafford, Mahomes, Hurts. The sidekick wants us to do it. You guys saw. From Neti Pots to Flat Earth, where can you find a better morning? Yeah. It's like the AM radio, like coast to coast AM, where people talk about all manner of conspiracy theory and things. That's, we're really living up to the AM show vibes today. The microwave, Ollie is third unless the real A-Chain gets traded. I disagree. I think Ollie is ahead of Wright, but not enough to get worked up about it, honestly. If people think Wright is ahead of Gordon, sure. I think it's a little bit like the meme of two not very bright people arguing with each other about something. I think there's a chance Ollie and Wright are both just complete zeros. Copy paste lane. Wild Mahomes falls there after the video of him throwing. Yeah, he was throwing. That's good. I think he's going to be ready. I do agree with Davis on his take that Mahomes will be ready week 1. And I also think the Chiefs are going to be a lot better. So, again, Hurts, Stafford, Mahomes, not a team I would have drafted last year. But if the Sims and the sidekick are in, let's adapt. I'll give it a go. Uame's noting, though, they seem very much into keeping A-Chain. It feels bad. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're saying. But I'm sure if a team came along with a blockbuster offer, they would move him. But I don't think they're actively shopping A-Chain. We're living in a simulation, so Sack might be a deity. Discuss. I wouldn't put it past the simulation to do that. There's a lot out there we just don't know. Like why Ricky Fowler had to lay up, and now he only has 12 feet for birdie. No simulation could be explained for these things. I think he'll be ready. I just don't think they'll let him run as much. I feel like he's either ready or he's not. But you are much more plugged in as a ball knower and Chiefs fan. I will defer to you. I just have to imagine if he's out there, it's because it's green light, wheels up. Baker goes. Jadarian Price. Do I love him? No, but will I take him this far past ADP? Sure. So kind of a weird team for me. Very light in the skill positions. And we took a detour with Trey McBride and already have 3 quarterbacks. I'll be a little irked, I'll be honest, if it recommends another quarterback. Because if this isn't enough, what are we doing here? Metasim, like Inception. Yeah, the Sims within the Sims. For all we know, we're just all in the next universe's sim. It's just sacrilegious running an entire universe to sim best ball. You have to sim the entire universe to just spit out your 2026 best ball sim. All right, let's see what Drusifer does. I think I would prefer Josh Downs here, which we get. So, all right, we get Josh Downs. Not too bad. So for the audio listeners, we've got Hurts, Stafford, and Mahomes, Travis Etienne, Javonte Williams, Jadarian Price, Puka and Devontae Adams, Mekhi Lemon, Josh Downs, and Trey McBride. Intriguing team. Who aims? He still hasn't ran a sneak since the injury several years ago. Yeah, they do. You are right. They do stuff like that. They do feel like they run that like pop pass scam play at the goal line a lot, where other teams would run a sneak. So, I mean, that is a fair point. Chris says, what odds can you get that the Kelsey KOs another Kansas City wide receiver? Oh my God. So much was lost. So much was lost that day when Worthy was destroyed. Quid pro quo, bunch of primates running around being fully engulfed in pure BS is one of my favorite thoughts. I'm a little confused. Are you talking about just us doing this is kind of hilarious if you really zoom out on the chart? Because I guess like most human activity is completely absurd if you came at it from like a, someone who didn't know anything at all. There'd be a lot of like, why are all these people doing all these things? To microwave right, 4.1 per carry. Gordon 2.8. One more injury, he's toast, but he's 2 for sure. Trust the original Isaiah Bond, Tez Johnson, bro. All right. I just can't get the idea of Wright running towards the sidelines out of my head. Like, I just feel like he has like zero vision or even burst for a guy that's supposed to be giga fast. Like, he never showed that on film to me in the pros. Fields, chief short yardage sneak weapons, asked Charlie. Could be. Hey, first of all, line of scrimmage, appreciate you. I don't think I said hi yet, but thanks for coming in, hanging out. What does the machine want me to do? Dallas Goedert. Why are 2 quarterbacks up here? Come on. All right, I'll take Dallas Goedert to pair with Jalen Hurts here. Seems like fun. I will not be taking a 4th quarterback on this team. Mahomes was Mahomes 2 years ago, then Kelsey. Somehow this year, I think it will be Creed Humphrey killing a wide receiver. Yeah. Famously, Mahomes was who destroyed Rashee Rice's knee. Chris Burkle with the Planet of the Apes, original Planet of the Apes reference. Quid pro humans are primates. No, gotcha. Quid pro quo. Who aims Charlie? That could be a thing, but they used Kelsey. He was a QB at one point. Gosh, that they can't be doing that, right? Kelsey, asking Kelsey to like have one like explosive charge forward in 2026 feels not a thing. Mr. Mufasa, bragging on Wright's 4.1 yards per carry below the league average is laughable. Also need to note Gordon had a role as a goal line back, which explains his yard per carry in his 5 touchdowns. Only 1 touchdown pays off a 19th to 20th round price. Yeah, I mean, he needs to hit the lineup, but I agree that I think he's much more live to be scoring touchdowns than is sorry, I'm deciding what I want to do. I'll take Steph Diggs here. I think when he signs, he rises. So we'll take him. I don't know if I love going 3 quarterbacks this early. My wide receiver room's terrible. Etienne, Javonte, and Jadarian Price. This is pretty gross. And I don't think adding Woody Marks there would make me feel any better about the situation. I don't know. Don't love that I'm getting a lot of 4th quarterback at the top there. Taking Mahomes while being behind on skill players feels bad. Hurts and Stafford was fine. I tend to agree, M. Stockton. I kind of wanted to see what would happen. I wanted to see how the kick would land the plane. And again, I know I didn't listen because I didn't take Woody Marks, but I don't know. I think instead of Goddard, I should have taken one of C-Rod or Mitchell. I think I got a little stack pilled, which was kind of dumb considering I already have Trey McBride. So I think for me that was a misstep. But again, that's also what the sidekick was recommending for us. Ryan Gerard, another bogey. Dear God, that's not going very well. And Chris Gotterup has 38 feet for eagle because he actually went for the green. The real question is, will Mahomes be able to get his job back from Fields? Yeah, I mean, Justin Fields stealing Pat Mahomes' job is what we are all, should be keeping us up at night. All right, let's see. Bunch of quarterbacks go. Cam Warren, Mendoza, Danny Dimes in this range. Jacoby Brissett. Tinfoil hats are free. Might need a tinfoil hat emoji. I don't know if this continues. This is a little bit of a one-off. We don't usually get too conspiratorial on this channel. All right, pick 165 is coming up. Man, it is grim. It is grim in these running back streets, I have to say. Our wide receivers are fine enough, but I don't really love Jadarian Price as wide receiver 3. I have to confess. Woody Marks, Emmett Johnson here. See what happens. Chris Burkle's looking forward to the C3PO microphone someday. I know. We gotta upgrade the mic. It's a little embarrassing. But you know what is not embarrassing is taking more Emmett Johnson. I'm gonna do that. Woody Marks, like, come on. What do we win when we win with Woody Marks? I think he's fine. He's just gonna have the satellite role he was intended for, but I'm having trouble seeing huge amounts of upside there. Yeah, who aims Emmett? He's back. You saw the pro day stuff. He ran fast. We are so back on Emmett Johnson, improving his time. I also wouldn't be surprised if Woody Marks came back. Although, okay, I was gonna say usually the Stroud drafter I feel like lives out on the left side of the board if I'm not mistaken. What is his ADP? I feel like it lines up with this side, but we will see. We could end up with him anyway. I do think I'd take him over Emmanuel Wilson, but not with any conviction. If Woody Marks is gone, it's bad. Yeah, Woody Marks goes. All right, I'll take a Tank Dell flyer. Sure. So we'll listen to the kick. We'll take Tank Dell. Pull the board up so people can see what's going on. TD Mufasa loves Emmett's new price on back end. Heck yeah. I am in too. Who Ames was never out. Love to see that. Mr. Mufasa, I was way too happy to click back in February. Had to exercise. Yeah, I know. I have a lot of him at like pick 120, which is not getting it in good. Which is definitely not getting it in as good as maybe we would have liked to. Alex says Romeo Dobbs is spelled wrong on the ticker. Gosh darn it. Spelled it like Josh Dobbs. Okay. I gotta fix these things because it is embarrassing. This we deserve to spell his name right. All right, where are you? I was not lying when I said I did this by hand, so that's why it's all jacked up. So appreciate you correcting that, Alex. Crutch has already corrected Juwan Johnson. If you find any more, feel free to let me know. But plenty of Emmett. Oh, I can take out whoops. I can take out that whoops because now I'm happy about Emmett Johnson again. All right, let's see. So we're up to a 3, 4, 6, 2. Probably need another couple running backs, I'd say, at least. It's pretty dire on this team. Let's see what our friends are up to, though. Let's see what Blueless has done. So he went Cook, Love, Higgins, Bucky, Judkins. So 4 running backs through 5. Carnell Tate, Addison, Dak, Reed, and Love, Shakir, Kelsey, Omar Cooper, Jacoby Brissett, Schultz, and Sampson. Yeah, I like this team from Blueless here. Line of scrimmage, what have you been up to? JSN, Saquon, Brees, Zay Flowers, Swift, and Tootin. Jacoby Myers, Ramondre, Bo Nix, Coker, Darnold, Rashid Shaheed, Juwan Johnson, Gino, and A.D. Mitchell. I really like your team, line of scrimmage. I think I like your team more than mine, if I'm being perfectly candid with you all. I think that came out just a hair better. Who says if Emmett hits those shares, the 120s are fine. 100%. 100%. They are live to be just fine there. I'm going to take Jalen Naylor. He's been a bit of a riser, and I'm going to grab that. I honestly think he might be wide receiver 1 in Las Vegas. So I will take that. No, I'm being dead serious, Charlie. I really like the way your team was constructed there. All right. 1 sec. So I will be back tomorrow at normal time. I think should be back tomorrow at the normal time. But glad we got to run 3 of these drafts today. The NFL draft is, I think we're 4 weeks away? It's getting pretty close. So really excited for that. I'll actually be in Pittsburgh for the draft. So super excited for that, especially for the second and third day, because you can get a little closer to the action without waiting in line for eons. All right, I'll take Nick Singleton here. Please let me click him. All right, we'll take Singleton. Again, I think we're going to get at least 2 more running backs on this team. But yeah, this is very, very, very thin. Very thin. 120 to 130 is where Trey Benson was going last year. That could also be Emmett. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, quid pro quo will be there. Hop, skip, and jump. Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Yeah, I'm excited. Trey Benson was going 120. Was going out pick 120. Yeah. Yeah, and Emmett Johnson also could just be like the backup running back somewhere and give you contingent value. And then if something happens, you're like totally back in business. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Or Emmett can be Rico from Dallas last year or Devin Neal from last year. I mean, I'm into it. He's shown he can be a 3-down back somewhere and do everything. And I like that. And I think that's why we were on him earlier. So hopefully the pro day can put some of the combine FUD to rest. And his tape, as we all thought, was pretty good. So I'm excited. I'm back in. I'm back in at this new cost because I don't think we're swinging back to where he was. I feel like he's going to be kind of anchored here till the close of the contest, unless some of the other, bigger streamers and ETR or whatnot get in on him. I think he's going to stay kind of where he's at. All right, Blueless, he adds Taylor and Brazel to his team. Frank Gore, is he giving us any indications he's really Frank Gore? Not really. He took Waddle at 35. Pretty aggressive price there before the turn even. He probably could have pushed him around, but not for Frank Gore. All right. Deshaun Watson, man, I really hope Deshaun Watson's not actually Cleveland's quarterback, but yikes, it could be. The sidekick is totally okay with my terrible running back room. I feel like I just need to take some shots here. I think I need to take some shots. And one of the shots, it's pretty gross. We'll see what Bates does first. Also, I haven't checked in on Bates' team, so we'll check in on that after we make our pick. I'll take DeMercado and hope he's actually the passing down back to pair here with Mahomes. It's a little disgusting, but I think you could do worse. So he's got Taylor, London, Olave, Egbuka, Scat, Daniels, Metcalf, Kraft, Tony Pollard, Baker, Concepcion, McMillions, Brenton Strange, Chig, Spears, Bigby, Katron Allen, Ty Simpson. I like this team a lot from Bates. I feel like that's come together very nicely. I do feel a little like with Goddard and McBride, maybe I should just make this a 2 tight end team. I tend to default to the third, but this could be one where I really need to throw some darts at some other positions. So let's see what Drusifer does. I do like Jeremy Bernard a lot. Yeah, let's just grab Bernard. Again, if he's a second round pick, I think he's nice. We have 2 players. We know we're going to have the same bye week. You guys have me a little spooked that Mekhi Lemon's going there too. Honestly, if all 3 go to the Rams, this team's probably pretty dead. But you know, we'll give it a whirl. We'll give it a whirl with old Jeremy Bernard, and then end this team with somebody, likely a running back. Quid pro quo. I'll be the guy with the Will Howard jersey on, most likely. I haven't fully decided. I haven't decided what jersey I'm wearing either. Probably default to Scatabo jersey, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, with the Will Howard jersey. Yeah. Choosing a jersey though, it's a very big decision. I wore Tua the last time I was at the draft, and that didn't go well. We took Waddle that draft, and we didn't win between then and now. So hopefully this is the start of a new era. All right, let's see. If he was in this year's draft, he'd be the 1.1. That is a bold take. I'm assuming you're a Steeler fan. I feel like the Steeler fans are very split on what to do at quarterback, I have to say. I'm very, very interested. It is in Pittsburgh. It's in Pittsburgh this year. So that's like a 5-ish hour drive from Baltimore. So I can drive over to it. Not super. Next year it is in Washington, D.C., which should be really fun. I'm definitely going to go next year because that's very easy to get to from Baltimore. And I have a lot of friends in D.C. I can stay with, so it'll be pretty inexpensive trip for me. So I'm pretty stoked about next year's draft. But this year I decided to make the trip anyway out to Pittsburgh. I'll be doing some content from there. Don't know exactly what, but do want to be doing that. Claiborne is interesting. Who does the sidekick like? LaQuint Allen, Justice Hill, Devin Neal. God. I don't know. I think I'm going to queue up Seth McGowan and say maybe, wow, Nussmeier gets taken. Bates going deep into his bag. Let's take Seth McGowan. So that'll wrap this team. Quid pro quo and a Buckeye. There we go. Fantasy Monster loves it. The Ohio State. So I ended up taking Hurts, Stafford, Mahomes, Etienne, Javonte, Jadarian Price, Emmett Johnson, Nick Singleton, Amari DiMercado, Seth McGowan. So man, a really, really sketchy running back room. Puka, Devontae, Mekhi Lemon, Josh Downs, Steph Diggs, Tank Dell, Jalen Naylor, Jeremy Bernard, and then McBride and Goddard holding it down in the tight end room. But appreciate all of you so much. Huge thanks to Perfectly Cromulent becoming a member. Whoops. Well, wrong way. We got Candle Cam going. Appreciate so much Perfectly Cromulent joining the Wax Pack today. Appreciate all of you who liked and subbed and just hung out. It's awesome. I will see you all tomorrow. As Quid Pro Quo knows, have a great one all. Completely agree there. Thanks all of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.